Okay, so I thought in order to get kind of a clearer picture of how the 2 days could lay out, I would pull together sort of a virtual reality walkthrough of the flow of the 2 days. We would begin with a meeting startup. This is just a quick overview of the agenda, the roles of the people in the room, which is to say the facilitators, leaders, participants, any kind of ground rules, and then the explicit outcomes for the day. We would then shift and do an icebreaker followed by some team introductions. This is really to help my team and I understand who's in the room and what their individual expectations are for the 2 days. The next thing would be an open conversation, facilitated, time boxed, but really it's a chance to allow people to empty their backpack and share whatever's going on for them. And we would graphic record that. The next thing is probably my favorite graphic facilitation activity. It's called a graphic history, where we would pick a period of time, probably going back to the most recent transitions in the organization, probably the first acquisition. And we would pull out what are the key events, who were the people that really made a difference, what were the learnings, the projects, the insights, and this would be harvested from the group. And then from that, we could actually pull out the culture, some lessons about the culture of the organization, and any values that show up as a result of walking through this exercise. The next thing that we would do is we would invite each one of the operating divisions to share their pitch deck and talk to us a little bit about how they share their operating capabilities, how they talk about their services and products with their clients, and really kind of sell us on what it is that they do and how they talk about what they do today with their key stakeholders. We would graphic record each one of those 4 divisions presentations. Following that, we would invite all the participants to go back to the graphic recordings that we had just captured and identify capabilities. What are the things that are really those key building blocks of each one of the divisions' capabilities? The next thing that we would do would be to do a quick stakeholder map. This could be something using a template like this to identify who are our key stakeholders. What we're really after here are the key customers. It could be something even more simple than that, to do a high-low. Who are the ones that we think are the most important to us with regards to our strategy? Once we've got the stakeholders listed out, we would then do what are called persona profiles. A persona profile comes from design thinking and human-centered design, but it's a way to give a name and a face to each one of the key stakeholder groups to make it a little bit easier to empathize and understand what's going on for this person in their world. So you would capture likes, dislikes, pain points, and the things that are most important for them in order to be successful in their job. The next thing that we would do would be to take those capabilities that we'd identify and thread them together in what's called a customer journey map. A journey map is how a customer engages with us and our offering from their perspective. So a classic example of that is when you get onto the metro, the first thing you do is you park, you get the ticket, you get on, you wait on the platform, you get onto the train, you sit there, you wait. There's an experience that you have as a customer when you ride the metro. What happens behind the curtain, as they say, in order to make all that happen, the databases and the train schedule and the training and all that, that's not something that necessarily shows up to the customer, but it's there and it's behind the curtain. It's something that organizations can spend a lot of time thinking about and planning around. But what a journey map is that it's really that focus on what is the customer experience. So we would pick our top persona profiles and then say, against those capabilities that we've identified, how could we thread those capabilities and what would that look like from the customer's experience? And that's a journey map. Once we've got a couple of those journey maps, we would then do the value proposition canvas, which is to say those value streams that we've created by threading together our capabilities. What are the pains that it relieves and what are the gains experienced by our customers? Now, I need to pause for a second to say all of this, starting with the identification of the capabilities, to the stakeholder map, to the persona profiles and the journey map, that's very, very hands-on, and the value proposition. It's very hands-on. It's going to be done either in groups or as individuals or in small pairs. We are going to do brief backs throughout the day, throughout the 2 days. And those brief backs and the reports out to the large group will be captured in one or more graphic recordings, so we can make sure that we really capture those key insights. Finally, once we've got the value stream mapped out, we would practice storytelling against that value stream. And we would do either a round robin exercise where people have the chance to practice telling the story of what the organization offers and what it provides to its customers, again, in a round robin style or in threes in what's called a troika style. So that's kind of where we're at for right now. Again, this is a work in progress. We'd be happy to hear your feedback.